Hey, it's Marco here from Fair Realty with your February 2023 market update. In my career, I've probably never seen a market that's this unpredictable. So let's get to the numbers. We had 460 sales in February. It was a slow February, I'm not gonna lie. That's down from last year, 718, and down from the year before, 2021. We had 863 sales in February. 10 years ago, in 2013, we had 394 sales. That was also a very slow market. In terms of active inventory, we ended the month at 1,809. This is up from last year, which was a record low of 849, and up from 2021, which was 1,318. 10 years ago, again, 2013, we had 4,072 active listings. So even though listings are up from last year and up from the year before, overall, active inventory is still on the low side. New listings coming to market. This is a really interesting one. 811 new listings came to market, down from last year, 932, down from the year before, 2021, 1,015. I have no idea what's going on with the lack of new listings. You would think the exact opposite would be happening, that sellers would be under pressure from the higher interest rates to sell, that investors would be liquidating properties. Neither of that is happening. I'm not getting any phone calls along the lines of, hey, Marco, we bought a house a few years ago and the interest rates are killing us and we have to sell. I have not received one phone call along those lines, and I think it's suppressing new listings coming to market and keeping the active inventory down as a result. Let's get to the exciting part, prices. The median for single family homes, believe it or not, it's the highest it's been in the last 8 months at 1.1 million. This is the third month in a row that it's increased. And as I said, the highest median for single family homes since June of last year, $1.1 million. Condos, the median also increased up to 547,000. The month before it was 530,000. 547 is the highest condo median we've seen in 6 months. So I think it's pretty safe to say that prices have either plateaued or they're trending, trickling up a tad, but my gut feeling is that prices for the most part have plateaued. So what's going on? How can we have sales so low and prices flat or even going up a bit? The problem is inventory. There is not enough supply on the market. I have a couple of hypotheses on this. One of my hypotheses is, for example, some market segments such as, let's say, older 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom condos around 500,000, which I have buyers in that segment right now. There's no inventory. Is I feel like possibly a lot of those condo owners, because of the very high interest rates, are not able to upgrade either to a townhome or a single family home. So they're simply not selling. And because they're not selling, because they can't climb the property ladder, there is a shortage of inventory in that particular segment. Investor properties, even though interest rates have gone up and a lot of other expenses for investors have gone up, the rental market is still strong. So a lot of investors are able to continue renting out their properties. If a tenant moves out, they're able to increase the rent and rent it out. So investors are not under duress to sell either. A lot also depends on the interest rates. First half of February, there was a big uptick in sales, lots of multiple offers. And then the last 2 weeks of February, as the 5-year bond yield increased about 0.6, 0.7%, I noticed a slowdown. The second half of February did not increase in pace in sales like it normally does every year. And I think that had to do possibly with interest rates trending up, news coming out of the US that inflation was going back up again, and now the Bank of Canada possibly hinting that they still might have to increase interest rates a bit. So in that way, it's also been a very interesting market because there's been spurts of the market being busy and the market being very slow. For example, January 1st to January 15th was catastrophically slow. Then January 15th to February 15th was actually pretty good. Things were looking very positive going into the spring. And then the last 2 weeks of February, as I said, the sales pace maintained that what it was in early February. However, every year sales, the pace of sales increases through February, and that did not happen this year, which means that March could potentially be a very slow month in terms of sales. Once again, let's not confuse slow sales with prices, because March could be another very slow month in terms of sales. However, prices might hold in there because there's not enough new listings coming to market. That's it for this week. Marco Juras, Fair Realty.